Herzlich willkommen alle miteinander zu Episode 38 von Hogwarts Legacy.
Revelio.
Wir
My feet didn't turn into beads. That's a good start.
Wir gehen direkt los in die Quest und ja, unsere Füße sind nicht verwandelt worden. Ich weiß leider nicht, was Beads sind. Wäre ich schlau gewesen, hätte ich das vorher recherchiert. Celtic Attire. Das muss ich auch direkt ausprobieren. Aber erst wenn wir hier raus sind aus dem Dungeon.
Revelio. Should have known a herbologist would use devil's snare.
Ja, durchaus. Aber wenn man auf die Minikarte guckt, sieht man, dass das eine Sackgasse ist. Also
Lumos.
sollte ich da erstmal reingehen.
Troll. You can't be serious.
War doch keine so eine gute Idee.
Arresto momentum. Bombarda. Potato. Stupid. Expelliarmus.
Ups. Nicht getroffen.
Expelliarmus. Stupid. Crucible. Potato. Stupid. Imperial.
Ah, er macht einfach nichts. Das ist schön.
Expelliarmus.
Aber hier irgendein Feind, mit dem ich den Troll beschäftigen kann? Ich glaube nicht.
Glaciers. Potato. Stupid one. Confringo. Stupid one. Stupid one. Depulsor. Confringo. Glaciers. Bombarda. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
Ich schätze mal, von da oben bin ich gekommen. Auch wenn ich nicht diesen Weg genommen habe.
Depulsor. Revelio.
Nee, es ist irgendeine andere. Irgendeine andere Halle, irgendein anderer Gang.
Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants.
Aber ich will trotzdem oben lang gehen, weil ich sehe, da links ist auch wieder eine Sackgasse und da ist eine Truhe.
Levioso.
Ups. Nein. So.
Depulsor.
Okay. Alles mögliches botanisches Equipment. Ha, eine neue Karte, um irgendwelche Sachen in meine Dings zu bauen.
Incendio.
Meine Vivarien wahrscheinlich.
Depulsor.
So, und ich glaube, jetzt habe ich tatsächlich, jetzt bin ich jetzt wieder da, wo ich mal eingestiegen bin. So, da geht's weiter.
A sarcophagus. This must be Marmaduke.
Okay, aber da ist keine Leiche dran.
Revelio.
Irgendeine Form von... Keine Ahnung. Mumifiziert oder keine Ahnung, versteinert. Sieht eher versteinert aus.
That should reverse the curse. Hopefully.
Okay, jetzt haben wir den Schild da reingelegt, oder? Ne, was ist das? Was ist nochmal ein Crest? Oh Mann. Heute bekleckere ich mich nicht gerade mit Ruhm, was Vokabeln angeht. Okay, hätte ich tatsächlich vorher machen können und dann erst hier hoch. Aber das Risiko wollte ich nicht eingehen. Und das scheint es auch schon gewesen zu sein. Ich glaube, damit ist diese Dungeon auch geschafft. Das ist eigentlich ein ganz cooler Dungeon gewesen.
Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned. I certainly hope it reverses the curse.
Ja, bestimmt. Woher weiß ich das denn? Ich wollte nur irgendwas sagen. Okay, dann können wir jetzt zu ihr zurück. Schauen wir mal in die Quests rein. Was kann man noch machen? Ja, Imelda war ja ganz im Süden, aber da gehen wir nicht hin. Ja gut, dann gehen wir mal zurück zu Samantha. Ich nehme mal gerne nochmal alles an. Na, komm, Hogwarts. So. Ja, ich bin auch
I'm happy
erleichtert.
to tell you that I returned the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus just as you asked.
I thought as much. I received word from St. Mungo's that my brother's feet are back to normal. No more beats. Oh, I cannot thank you enough. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope.
A troll almost killed me.
Well, there was a troll in the tomb.
A troll? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That's awful. No one has been in that tomb for centuries. But I can't say I'm surprised. Marmaduke seems to have been full of surprises.
Indeed he was.
Well, I suppose I should be going. I'm anxious to see my brother, who must be elated to have his feet back.
Of course. I certainly would be.
William and I are forever in your debt. Thank you
Revelio.
again for what you did.
Ja, ihr seid alle in meiner Schuld. Und das werde ich alles irgendwann mal ausnutzen und euch ganz heftig erpressen. Naja, gut. Forbidden Forest. Warum stand da gerade Forbidden Forest? Wahrscheinlich, weil... Okay, warum ist die jetzt hier markiert? Keine Ahnung. Ich würde jetzt gern mal mit Nettie weitermachen, denke ich. Ach, hier darf man ja nicht. Stimmt ja.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Dann wollen wir mal.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Bist du dir da so sicher, dass sie das nicht rausbekommt?
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Und alles bekannte Leute.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob das, was sie da so alles so plant, nicht ein bisschen kurzsichtig ist. Also, wenn ich... Ich meine, das ist ja alles geskriptet und das ist alles nur ein Spiel, aber trotzdem, wenn man sich jetzt mal denken würde, okay, das wäre jetzt real. Dann würde ich da schon den ein oder anderen... Naja... Ich würde zumindest die ein oder andere Frage stellen. Oder den ein oder anderen Zweifel äußern. So. Jetzt ist hier jemand in... drin, ne?
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Auf einmal ist der Three Broomsticks komplett populated. Ja, also das ist ja echt ziemlich selten. Das ist ja gar nicht so gewesen, dass auf den oberen...
What have I done?
Okay. Hier, dass auf den oberen Stockwerken auch noch Leute sind. Was hast du getan?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Tja. Das nennt man mal Unbestechlichkeit.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Ja, das ist
Have
sicher
you
ein
helped
schwieriger
Harlow since
Beruf.
your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Sehr gut, darüber mal vorher gesprochen zu haben, bevor man sich zusammentut. Ja.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy.
Okay.
He would never have let that happen.
Jemand ist in das Blumenbeet getreten. Das geht ja gar nicht.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Die Körpersprache passt so gar nicht zu dem, was sie gesagt hat. Mrs. Rabe, ich mag diesen Namen nicht. For obvious reasons. We do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Okay, jetzt müssen wir also erstmal diese ganzen Leute hier abklappern, abfragen und dann...
I should check there.
Und dann, wenn wir alle mit allen geredet haben, wahrscheinlich die ganzen Leute befreien oder deren Quests dann machen. Halt. Das ist nicht Gladrax. Oder? Doch, das ist Gladrax. Hä? Doch! Der ist... Ach so, der ist da hinten. Habe ich nicht gesehen.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money.
What?
Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Könnte man mal challengen.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Puh, keine Ahnung.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Dann wollen wir den Typen mal hochnehmen. Warum lässt du mich komplett bis zum Quest-Startpunkt wieder zurücklaufen?
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Warum sind wir überhaupt hierhin zurückgelaufen? Warum haben wir sie nicht direkt dort aufgesucht? Wobei, vielleicht kann auch sein, dass wir uns dort verabredet haben. Weiß ich nicht.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio!
Ja, da sind Spuren.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to
Jetzt sollten wir auch die letzte
led to this room.
Chest.
There must be another way
Befinden.
forward.
Von den
Revelio. Accio. A hidden door. Natty
Ja,
must have
so
been taken
hidden
this
war die
way.
jetzt nicht.
I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Using that girl as bait. Someone's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
just keep an eye out.
It's exhausting. Stand.
I know. What are you?
Reducto!
Porlock. Expulsion!
Reducto!
Quite conductive.
Expelliarmus.
Der falsche.
Potato. That's stupid. Imperio.
Oh, what's the lot?
Expulsion!
Stupid one.
Reducto!
Is this expulsion? Expulsion! You'll be sorry you
Accio. Levioso.
What are you?
I'll get you when you're in a heap. Reducto!
Potato. Stupid one.
Reducto!
Imperio.
So.
Reducto!
Expulso. Stupid spinach. Levioso. Descendo.
Head in the cloud! Reducto!
Just what
Incendio.
you'll answer for this.
Flash!
Oh.
Expelliarmus.
You'll pay for that! Reducto! What have you done?
Expulso. Descendo. Potato.
Everyone gets lucky now and then.
Incendio.
Reducto!
Den muss ich erst.
Confringo. Incendio. Capulso.
Conductive, aren't we?
Reducto!
Wie viel brauche ich da noch?
Reducto!
Confringo. Glacius. Bombarda.
Expulsion! You will not survive this. What are your thoughts on electricity?
Der soll wieder ein... Zu spät.
Expulsion! I quit now while you're still alive.
Glacius. Bombarda.
Expulsion! There'll be more of that. Expulsion!
Potato. Stupid one. Levioso. Glacius. Bombarda. Revelio.
Ich wollte nur die Dueling-Feeds machen. Und selbst das hat nicht richtig geklappt. Wobei es war halt auch viel los und ich muss dann immer erst mal lesen, was da steht und währenddessen noch kämpfen.
Revelio.
You are as dear to me as an augury whose voice foretells the coming rain. You are as loved by me as a crop could be, whose loyalty is true and plain. You have cast a spell over my heart, I want it not undone. You have charmed me from the very start. You have always been the one. Dulcibella Filbert. Das ist aus dem
The book of
Gedichtsbuch.
poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
Wo geht's denn eigentlich lang? Gibt's ja so viele Räume und so viele Treppen. Das ist hier wahrscheinlich eher eine Sackgasse. My darling Otto. Mit den Initialen RH, okay. I've read your last letter over and over, and I'm certain to read it again each hour until we are able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love, and I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed. And now I am off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Aber stattdessen nehme ich es mit.
Accio.
Okay.
Confringo.
Nein. Geh mal nicht so nah da ran. Kann es sein, dass ich das gar nicht von der Seite hier aufgenommen habe? Ich glaube.
Revelio.
Okay, in die Richtung geht es eindeutig weiter. Aber ich will erst wissen, wie ich da reinkomme. Muss ich da vielleicht mich von oben fallen lassen?
Revelio.
Nee. Von der Seite geht es aber auch nicht dadurch. Ich versuch's nochmal.
Bombarda.
Ich muss Bombarda benutzen, alles klar. 35 Gold. Okay, habe ich jetzt hier alles gefunden? Ja.
He must be here somewhere.
Da ist irgendwas Unsichtbares. Warum bist du so komisch zu hören? Sprich mal lauter. Wer bist du?
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Also hier war ja eindeutig irgendwas Unsichtbares, genau.
Revelio. Alohomora. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Aha, geschafft. Cool. Sieht ein bisschen aus wie Michael Jackson, keine Ahnung. An den erinnert mich der Typ. Na gut.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our
Revelio.
lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Und weg ist
Be
er.
prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Ja, sie werden zahlen. Aber hier ist keiner mehr. Tja, ich hätte jetzt gedacht, dass hier vielleicht noch irgendwann noch mal ein Spawn von Enemies kommt, aber es kommt keiner.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Ja, ich werde mit Officer Singer singen. Eine Polizistin für das ganze Spiel. Oder ist sie ein Aura?
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
Klingt nicht so
Rabe
gut.
told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Tja, und die Authorities kriegen es halt nicht gebacken und deswegen müssen es die Helden des Spiels machen.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
Ja, haben wir wirklich nicht.
Natsai, You may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Oh, schon wieder ein halbes Level. 35. Na gut. Okay, jetzt kommt nichts weiter. Keine Eule mehr. Alles klar. What? Ich weiß nicht, was hier passiert ist. Egal. Wir machen weiter. Und zwar direkt weiter mit der Main Quest, würde ich jetzt mal sagen. Oder wir machen Poppy im Forbidden Forest. Der ist auch nicht weit, ja. Puh, keine Ahnung. Ja, ich glaube, ich nehme tatsächlich eher Poppy, weil ich weiß, die Quest ist in der Nähe. Ah, da kommt schon die Eule.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
How about some sightseeing?
Na, komm schon.
Let's go!
Schön. Stilecht,
What say we pick up the pace a bit?
Stilecht zur Quest mit Poppy. Machen wir das Ganze mit
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
dem Testrel. Na, komm schon. Bleib stehen. Nein, falsche Richtung.
Time to go a little quicker.
Ist immer so eine Sache, im Wald zu landen.
Slow down now.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Okay, haben wir jetzt... Jetzt kommen die Zentauren, hä?
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Für mich auch.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
Klingst nicht besonders überzeugt.
I hope they can tell we're sincere, but Poppy, centaurs are just centaurs. They can't read your mind any better than I could.
Perhaps you're right. It's just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Was
That's right.
verschweigst du mir?
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Was unterbricht uns?
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Ach, und das weiß er jetzt auf einmal einfach so irgendwoher. Oder weiß er mehr, als er zugibt?
I don't
Wahrscheinlich.
understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
Die erste Antwort ist beknackt. Die zweite ist aber noch beknackter. Deswegen nehme ich die erste.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him. What with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Okay. Das war's?
Revelio.
Also das machen wir jetzt nicht, sondern wir warten jetzt erst. Ich muss jetzt warten, bis du mir sagst, was du gefunden hast.
Revelio.
Na gut. Naja, wenn das so ist, dann kann ich auch direkt mit der nächsten Quest weitermachen. Und zwar in der Map Chamber. Wird ja mal Zeit, dass wir die Main Quest wirklich mal weitermachen.
Welcome back.
Ja, schön. Hi.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is, I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Okay. Wo ist Professor Fig? Warum ist er nicht dabei? Okay, dann wollen wir mal gucken. Ich weiß doch, dass es hier noch mehr gibt. Hier. Trophy Room, den will ich.
Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Och, nö. Jetzt muss ich erst mit dem reden. Das kann aber nicht wahr sein. Ich wüsste doch, wo ich hin muss. Ich weiß eigentlich gar nicht, was Professor Fig eigentlich unterrichtet. Ich glaube, das wird doch nie gesagt.
Revelio.
Oh, den habe ich ja völlig vergessen hier hinten.
Mine now, Demi guys.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Okay.
I hope Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Mhm. Da passt ja der Anzug, den ich gerade habe. Ich hab... Kann es sein, dass ich tatsächlich seine Jacke anhabe? Sowieso.
How do you feel?
Incredible.
I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Oh, und ich habe keinen Wand. Ich darf nicht zaubern. Schlecht. Das heißt, ich muss alles zu Fuß machen.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Oh my god.
Now, to determine which student gets...
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Oh god, ist das
If you
peinlich.
must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you.
What could the headmaster want?
What?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Oh Gott. Ich weiß gar nicht.
Something is very wrong with Professor Black. Dittany and Booba Pass. Moustache paste.
Es ist schwer, das zu kommentieren.
I
So bescheuert,
haven't
wie das
time for
ist.
any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Professor, a word?
An ihr komme ich nicht
Professor
vorbei.
Black, again. It is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Please do.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
The boy was trying to be nice to me the other day.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Das macht meinem Charakter sichtlich Spaß, einfach mal die Sau rauszulassen. Was hat sie gesagt? Great Hall. Wo ist nochmal die Great Hall? Ja, ich bin doch direkt davor. Oh Mann.
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Natürlich.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
Well, they're as good as invisible to me, sir. Rotten little extortionist holding my diary hostage.
What was that, Broom?
Nothing, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
Oh, Professor
A
Weasley.
word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Das war aber knapp.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that now.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Diese Nachkommentare. Ich kann ja nicht zaubern.
May I remind you, I'm not run around the castle after curfew! Have you any idea what sort of trouble you might get yourself into? You're lucky I don't come up there myself!
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah! Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you.
Wieder mal was losgeworden.
Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Nein, wir müssen erst eine Rede halten.
Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked.
So, jetzt muss
Now
ich
to
mal...
speak the password to the gargoyle.
Ich muss mal dringend eine andere Klamotte anziehen, weil das ist mir gerade... ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass es wirklich genau die ist. So, Cloaks and Robes. Nehmen wir ab. Outfit. Ah. Ich nehme mal den Lucky Leprechaun. Ah, dieses Grün passt überall nicht. Ich nehme das. Okay. Jetzt können wir noch ein Headwear, aber nein, dann sehen wir ja die Haare nicht mehr. Okay, Handwear. Okay, viel besser.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
Warum er das Ganze wohl auf Französisch haben wollte?
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
Sleeping portraits. Not all headmasters and headmistresses enjoy reliving the day-to-day challenges of running a school of witchcraft and wizardry. Some prefer to enjoy a well-earned nap when possible. Ja. Wahrscheinlich auch Professor Black. Wie es ja schon mehrfach angedeutet wurde. The Sorting Hat. This enchanted hat was created by the 4 founders of Hogwarts as the means by which students would be placed into one of the 4 schoolhouses. Skilled at legilimency, the Sorting Hat can see into the wearer's head, allowing it to determine their thoughts and abilities. Ja, den scheint es schon ziemlich lang zu geben.
Aloha Mora.
Na, rein ins Dunkel. Okay, cooles Zimmer.
Revelio.
Na wo? Anscheinend nicht hier drin. Dear Phineas, the children have been asking about your return. Belvina in particular chooses to do so each day at breakfast and is engulfed in a sulk when I remind her that you are ensuring the quality of her future education. Sirius and Phineas rarely send me an owl, although when they do, they never mention you. I'm certain they're proud of you and all that you're doing for Hogwarts. Having one's father as a headmaster is a tremendous honor. Merlin helped me. Cygnus is now crawling and follows Arcturus about like an unwelcome shadow. Arcturus is begging for an invisibility potion and frankly, I can't blame him. I'd be tempted to brew one if it weren't for the eternal sniveling that Cygnus would regale me with. Perhaps we shall see you during the next school holiday, but please don't feel any obligation. We can manage, Ursula. Da merkt man mal wieder auch, was Professor Black anscheinend für ein Typ ist. Nicht besonders viel da. Viele Kinder in die Welt gesetzt, aber nicht für sie da sein. Botanical Gold Leaf. So, da geht die Quest los. Aber ich werde erst einmal... Oh, ich darf hier noch nicht rausgehen, ja? Okay. Hier, wenn man hier rausgeht, da kommt man auf den Balkon raus, wo ich gerade versucht habe, von außen reinzukommen. Hat aber nicht geklappt.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
Was denn für ein Tale?
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Apothecary receipt. Cure for boils. Fire.
Revelio.
Receipt. Hair tonic, mustache wax, Bundimon pomade, comb, pearl handled, back scratcher, gold handled, doxycide. Paid in very small part. Remainder to be billed to ministry. Okay. Was für geniale Einkaufslisten der Professor hat. So, wir müssen jetzt hier rauf.
That must be the pedestal.
Noch 47 Gold mitnehmen und dann das Buch benutzen. Yes. Okay. Wo sind wir denn jetzt? Ist das eine Form von... Nee.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me.
Wir sind jetzt in diesem Buch.
The first you will need is a cloak.
Also ist kein Portkey oder sowas. Und wir sind in einem Tale.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Okay. Dann müssen wir jetzt wohl ausweichen.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. I need to time this just right. I see a staircase straight ahead.
Und wann dreht der sich jetzt um? Sehr gut.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Schnell.
They're gone, for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
I can't stand this much longer.
Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Na, drehst du dich um? Wie aufs Wort gerufen.
Nothing this way, but more danger. Must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
Der Cloak.
Be? I think I'm invisible.
Okay, jetzt sehen sie mich auch gar nicht mehr.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
Ich sehe, dass ich jetzt meine Standarduniform anhabe.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Oh, ein Wand.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
Depulso! Bombarder!
Oha. Das ist eine etwas größere Explosion als meine
Revelio.
eigenen. Oh, wir kämpfen das erste Mal gegen was auch immer. Jede Menge Tote. Grim Reaper. Oha, das ist ein ordentlicher Schaden.
Depulso. Protego. Stupid. Defendo.
Oh, das hört sich an wie eine Kanone.
Descendo.
Wie eine 20 Millimeter Kanone, ja, sowas. Schützenpanzer.
Revelio.
Potato. Stupid. 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 Stupid.
Ja, wie viel denn noch?
Stupid. Stupid. Potato. Stupid. 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 Defender. Stupid. Depulsor. Descendo. Stupid. Bombarda. Defender. Potato. Stupid. Descendo. Depulsor. Stupid. Defender. Descendo. Depulsor. Potato. Stupid. Defender. Defender. Depulsor.
Sieht er mich nicht oder warum macht er nichts? Nein! Shit! Ich wollte die Combo hochziehen.
Defender. Bombarda. Potato. Stupid. Descendo. Depulsor. Descendo.
Na, also. Kombo von 100.
Descender. Depulso. Defender. Descendo. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda. Descendo. Defender. Depulso. Stupefy.
So, Troll ist weg. Und noch einer.
Depulso. Defender. Depulso. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Bombarda. Stupefy. Descendo. Bombarda. Protego. Defendo. Stupefy. Defendo. Bombarda. Depulso. Descendo. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy. Depulso. Bombarda.
Oh, nur noch einer. Noch mehr.
Depulso. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Defender. Bombarda.
Shit.
Protego. Stupefy. Descendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Stupefy. Defendo. Stupefy. Depulso. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Descendo. Depulso. Bombarda. Depulso. Descendo.
Ouchie. Das war schmerzhaft, glaube ich. Mist. Aber ich kann ja schon einiges.
Stupefy. Depulso. Defender. Bombarda. Descendo. Stupefy. Bombarda. Descendo. Protego. Stupefy. Defender. Descendo. Defender. Depulso. Defender.
Hui. Nach der ganzen Schleicherei am Anfang ist das jetzt schon ein krasser Wechsel gewesen.
Revelio.
Dauerkämpfen. Aber hat ja geklappt. Okay, was bekomme ich jetzt für ein Artefakt? Erstmal gar keins.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Das ist kein einfacher Stein.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear sweet Neve. Dead.
Okay, das ist die Beerdigung von ihr selbst.
We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Was haben wir jetzt vor? Da vorne ist bestimmt wieder irgendeine... Da ist wieder eine Pensive.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Ja, das ist wieder so eine Referenz an Isidora.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
So werde ich's machen.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable,
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Na, das ist noch nicht alles. Okay. Jetzt sind wir nicht mehr im Headmasters Office,
Revelio.
sondern sonst irgendwo. Map Chamber mal wieder. Und da ist auch Professor Fig.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it
Wird
is.
mal wieder in die Länge
I
gezogen.
heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Okay, was heißt das? Hat er gesungen? Ja, das waren die Deathly Hallows. Na gut. Wir sind schon wieder viel zu lange unterwegs in dieser Episode. Danke fürs Zuschauen, Leute. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Wenn Sebastian mich nicht unterbricht. Oh ja. Und auch noch Professor Weasley. Okay. Jetzt muss ich doch noch mal kurz gucken, was haben wir jetzt hier für... Ne, das sind Quests, die gucke ich nicht nach, aber was haben wir für Owls? Wir haben doch jetzt noch eine Owl von Professor Weasley bekommen, aber irgendwie nicht. Ja, whatever. Ist auch nicht so wichtig. Ich mache jetzt Schluss für dieses Mal. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.